Viewer, I'm glad you're watching. Thank you for stopping by. uh this is another video. Sad, yeah, from the look, I know, but she's safe. But let's say what happened. Do you know what happened to this girl? So she's a South African. She was based in China. Earlier in August, she came with a video saying of how her HR spanked her on the face during a disagreement, and that's why you can see that her face is swollen. And yeah, and the media came and brought in recent information of her safety, because people have been following up and they assured them that she was safe. And people wanted to know, they wanted to see the girl speaking. As you can see, people know that she's safe in Germany. Let's hear what had happened to her earlier, just to remind you that she's safe right now.
And I work as a kindergarten teacher. On Wednesday, August 23rd, during a disagreement, the HR manager at my job, a guy, punched me on my face. After he punched me and I was screaming, trying to get out of his office, he pushed me down on the couch, telling me that I needed to sit down. I screamed and I was trying to get my phone so I can take pictures and videos of what was happening. Instead, he grabbed my phone and said he didn't have my phone anymore. I don't know how I got out of the office, but somehow I got out, and I was running in the passage of this kindergarten trying to get help. There were various women there. All of them just watched and did nothing. I managed to run to the stairs, but by the time I got to the stairs, he was already there, and he was preventing me from going past them. I was screaming, but he was pulling me, preventing me from leaving. I don't know what came to my head, but I thought about a different exit, and I ran towards the different exit, but he was chasing me. And during the time that he was chasing me, he was singing a song, humming a song, as though to distract me in case so that I can fall and he can catch me. I managed to get out of the building, and there was another lady outside the building shouting for the securities officers to close the gate so I wouldn't get out. But what happened is the security officer made a mistake. Instead of closing the gate, he opened the gate, and then I ran, managing to get out. By the time I got out, I had no shoes on, no socks on. They had taken my phone. I had no bag on. It was just me and nothing on my hands. I didn't know what to do, so I started walking on the streets, and I came across a young Chinese lady. Asked her if she speak English, and she said yes. I asked her to call the cops. She called the cops arrived, and we went back to the kindergarten. When we arrived at the kindergarten, they had gathered everything that belonged to me on the table, telling me that the reason why they were preventing me from leaving is because they wanted me to calm down so they can call the cops to resolve the issue, despite the fact that I wasn't feeling safe, and that is why I wanted to run away. Then the guy who had punched me told the cops that he did not punch me, that I hit my eye on the couch. I asked them to release the CCTV footage of the building while I was running, and they said they don't have it. We went to the police station. At the police station, the vice principal who saw everything happen said that she didn't see anything, and that when this guy might have hit me, she was on the phone, so she didn't see anything. When I arrived there, the cops basically told me that my visa is expiring next week, and I do not have proof that this guy has hit me, and therefore I needed to settle. Feeling like I didn't have a choice, I ended up settling for compensation. I am making this video because there are so many of us out here who are suffering under the hands of our employers, who continue to disobey the law and treat us very poorly. And I'm also making this video because I feel very powerless in this situation. They told me that if I talk to anybody or go to the media about the situation, then they would sue me and I would have to go to jail or get deported. They also threatened to put me on some teachers blacklist in China so that I would never get a job in China. They also refused to give me any documents that would allow me to work anywhere else in China during this moment. But I'm not okay with just keeping quiet and pretending like this is okay and this nothing happened. And I hope if you're seeing this video, you pass it to as many people as possible so that people know that this happens to me. Hello.
Let me talk to those who have never lived in a foreign land, so that you a bit understand what happens to people when something happened to them in a land that is not theirs. And this is not just something that happened and it was, let me say, hidden there, but it was out there on social media. And yeah, just imagine when you are in a foreign land and you have like a headache and you're telling your parent, I'm not fine, I'm taking Panadol, and they're like worried, like the pain that people feel when something happened to their loved ones in a foreign land. So the pain is not the same when it's really hard. It's hard. Let's listen to her speak more widely about what happened. And this footage right here is of her after the incident and the incidents, and she's talking in Germany. From they are capturing her from Germany, and she's fine. She's okay. So she's fine.
Who hasn't seen your video, just explain to us exactly what happened to you.
It was Wednesday afternoon. I was at the kindergarten to sign an agreement to dissolve my contract, which is something that they had been trying for a while. And so when I realized that the agreement, because I had been there the previous day to do the same thing, when I realized that they had altered the agreement to something that was something I hadn't agreed on, I decided that I wasn't going to sign it. And while I was trying to leave, they prevented me from leaving, saying I should leave the agreement behind. But part of it had my signature because the previous day I'd signed part of it. And then because I was scared that they will still use it because it had my signature and parts of the pages were changed from like the previous day, I decided to rip it apart because they wouldn't let me leave. And that is when the HR manager, who was also in the room, it was me, him, and principal, and he punched me and then held me down on the couch, prevented me from leaving his office, took my phone while I tried to reach my phone to take a video. He took my phone. And then I still don't know to this day how I got out of his office because they had locked the door, preventing me from leaving. I managed to get out. I ran, like I said on the video, I was running in the passage. He was at the stairway, blocking the stairway from, blocking me from passing by him. I remember in that moment just asking him why, like, leave me alone, you've punched me. And his response was, you punched me first. And then I ran the other way and he ran after me and he was humming. I think that's the most disturbing part of the whole thing is because he was humming. And I think he was humming because he wanted me to fall or maybe look back, but I kept on telling myself, like, don't look back. At this point, I had my shoes came off, my sock came off because I was trying to get away from him and I was kicking him, like trying to get away. I managed to get out of the building and there was this one lady who I trusted so much, so much. And she shouted at the security guard and told him to close the gate. I remember just turning around and looking at her and like, why are you doing this? Oscar punched me. She never even looked me in the eye. She was looking directly in the security guards. The cops were not helpful at all. Because there is a CCTV in the passages of the kindergarten. Every place in China has CCTVs. And I told them the cameras in the footage should have been recording, but they never pursued the school to ask for CCTV footage. And when we got to the police station and I kept on telling them about this and they said I had no proof and I couldn't prove anything. I couldn't prove that he hit me. I couldn't, and I told them I was going to call my embassy and they told me like my embassy wouldn't be able to do anything. So.
But it's so strange, Lucindy, so that, you know, the people that were there, that obviously saw what happened, because I assume there were eyewitnesses to this as well. And what did they say? Did they not come to your aid?
So the vice principal who was in the same room that was hit, she said she didn't see anything. She kept on telling me I was on the phone, I didn't see anything. The other people that were in the school, most of them watched. Literally nobody was telling this guy to let me go, because even in the police station, I was like, okay, so he didn't hit me, right? I hit myself on the couch. Then why were you guys preventing me from leaving the building? Why were you trying to stop me from leaving the building? And they were telling me, we were trying to get you to calm down so we can call the cops. I'm like, why would you try to get somebody to come down after they've been hit? I was screaming, I was shouting because I had been hit. But none of the people that were there did anything. Like literally everyone was like poking through their classroom looking, but none of them tried to stop them. None of them tried to defend me, and none of them tried to in any way collaborate my story.
It's not been done. I don't know what will be the end of this. But let's hope that things will go well and justice will be done. We don't want to go into depth of the matter for now. We are not judges. But what do you think about the whole situation? NHR punching you on the face, locking the gates, people around you pretending to be on the phone, not even caring, and somebody is hurt, and you're telling them that you don't have any evidence of, let me say, of being punched. Maybe even the CCTV footages have been deleted from the system. I'm just guessing that. I don't affirm something that I'm not sure of. But let justice be done. Seriously. Justice. And guys, unity is what will keep us going in this world. We are one. We have one Father. Let me not preach. I'm not a preacher. Like, subscribe, and share the video. I'm glad you're supporting my content. Thank you for more.